Josh and Heath here. We're just going to show you guys a quick video, especially if you're looking into getting into reloading. Right here we have two single stage presses. This is definitely something we recommend getting into it and see if this is something you want to do. We actually still keep using these for a lot of our rifle cartridges, like 300 Win Mag, 30-06. The Lee here we actually have set up for bullet sizing. We cast our own lead bullets and high-tech coat them. As you can see here, you just place them there, pull the handle, it sizes. Simple as that. Then you go down here to like the Lee turret press. This is something a little more faster than single stage, but also not a progressive press. As you see here, every time you pull the handle, it indexes, goes to a different station. As you see here, you have 4 stations instead of just one, from having to change out every time. And then you got something like the Lee Loadmaster. This is considered a progressive press. This is something I would recommend though if you like reloading and you shoot a lot, so you do competition, you do a lot of training. You can reload 9mm, 40s, 45s. A lot of people actually even reload 223, 5.56 on these. This is also a very good press for starting out into a more progressive. You can pick these up for around $250. You can pick up a single stage down here for around $70 to $80, depending upon where you're getting. Before COVID and everything, you could actually get these for around $50, I've seen. Like I said, I would definitely start out on something like this. It's much simpler. It's going to be easier to grasp. You're not going to get as frustrated. And see if it's something you even enjoy doing. Reloading is a really good hobby to get into. You can reload sometimes cheaper. I know back before COVID hit, when we could find primers really easy, we could reload 9mm at 6 cents a round. And when you shoot competition, stuff like that, you're shooting thousands of rounds in a month or two before you know it. So it adds up quick. Here we have the Dillon Precision XL 750. Something like this is going to cost around $1,200 depending on how you set it up. Up here we have a case collator. You just dump the cases in. It automatically feeds down the tube. We've got a projectile feeder here. You can buy these from Double Alpha, but this one we actually 3D printed ourselves, put a motor on it, speed controller, and this press you can actually reload somewhere around 1,000 rounds an hour. That's what we use to reload a lot of 9mm for competition and training.
Alright, so what we got here is just your necessities for reloading. You got your powder, cases, primers, and projectiles. And what you'll do first is you'll set a new primer in here. Then you'll grab a case and it'll go through, and as that goes up, it'll actually push the spent primer out of the bottom of the case, and then as you push the handle forward, it'll seat the new primer into the bottom of the case. And then what you want to do is you'll pull it out, and we already got this set to how many grains of powder we want for this particular load. You'll dump that into there, you'll bring it back over, you'll get your projectile, and you'll want to set it in the top here. And we do not have this set yet. We're going to show you how this works. So what you're going to do is you'll twist this in until these two pieces meet. You'll push this particular die in, which is your seating die, in. And then you'll want this kind of loose up here. And as you can see here, we're not up to the crimp point yet. So what you'll do, since these have a crimp point on them, you'll just twist this top piece a little bit, and you push it down and check it. You see we're still a little bit too long, so you twist it a little bit more. Pull it back down, check it, twist a little bit more until you get it where you want it. That looks pretty good right there. And then we'll twist it over to the next one. This is your crimp stage. It's as it goes up, it'll actually squish the top of the brass into the bullet, so then the recoil from the round that you're shooting doesn't pull this bullet out of the case itself. So you'll just want to, not a super heavy crimp, so what you'll do is you'll start here with nothing and just keep working it until you feel it start to touch. It's just now starting to touch. Okay, and then you've got a finished projectile. Alright, so we're going to go over some necessities for reloading. First, you want your eye and ear protection. It's not very common, but it can happen, is a primer. When you're seating a primer in the bottom of a cartridge, it can actually go off if it's turned sideways, or if it's upside down, it can pop. Or if you're just forcing it and it's not wanting to go, stop, because it will go off and it can be dangerous. Second, you're going to want a reload manual. This goes over your projectile weights and your powder charges and your overall lengths. And then last, you're going to want a set of dies, and these are Lee dies for the 308 that we just reloaded. They're all caliber specific, and they can come from anywhere from a 3 to 5 piece set depending on what kind of bullet you're loading. They sell them in Lee's and RCBS, and a whole bunch of other companies make them, but we go with Lee's. They're cheap and they work just as good as the other brands.
Over here, I've got a pair of calipers. These are used for measuring like case or overall length, or bullet, complete bullet overall length. Also used for measuring case neck. We've got the mechanical scale over here. We actually mostly use digital scales now, but this is definitely the most accurate as a mechanical scale. It can be a little bit slower and more finicky, but definitely better for, I feel like, loading bigger cartridges like 308 stuff you want to be dead accurate on. These are fairly cheap scales, but like I said, we mostly use digital now. Over here, you've got a case gauge. This is for dropping the round in. Like, this is a good round, it falls right in. Has a good thud sound to it whenever it drops. Over here, we've got a bad round. As you can see, it'll just fall in, won't go all the way. And you can check and you'll see it's got a little spot on it, and that can happen from different things, from being fed in the gun or being stepped on at the range, different things like that. Here's a shock bottle case gauge. This is what we mostly use for reloading 9mm, just because we reload so much of it for competition or for training. These case gauges are around $100, but they're a big time saver when you reload a lot of 9mm or 40, 45, whatever you're going to reload. But that's pretty much it for our first short video on reloading. But we'll be doing a whole lot more videos on reloading as we go. Let us know if there's anything you want to see a video on, if it's more of in-depth of like the Dillon, or more in-depth of the Loadmaster, or just a video on sizing dies or whatever you might have a question about, just comment, let us know. As soon as other stuff comes in, we're going to be doing more videos in the summer and spring when it warms up. Right now it's just 35 degrees outside, so we're doing what we can indoor. We've got the PTG on the way to finish the lower. Hopefully that'll hold up better. We're going to be reviewing some body armor, plate carriers. We've got 2 of them so far, and the other ones we're waiting on them, either waiting on them to come in stock or waiting on them to come in the mail. We're also going to be doing reviews on guns, trying to give you our ideas on different handguns, rifles, just, you know, what our input is on them. We'll be doing a review probably on like the X5 Legion compared to the CZ Shadow. We'll be doing a video like that. Even a flamethrower we're going to be doing a video on. Shoot some tannerite. So just like, subscribe, share, and stick around. This is Josh.
This is Heath. Thanks for watching.